Also, we got our first look at an image from A24 and Witch director Robert Edgar's newest film, The Lighthouse, which takes place in the 1890s and stars Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. It's said to be a fantasy horror film which was shot completely on 35mm black and white stock.
Gnarly. I'm excited for that.
Does it look good?
I mean, there's just a picture.
Okay.
But I mean, William Dafoe, he's great. Robert Pattinson,
always great.
Aside from Twilight, I fucking love that. That guy is like
I'm looking
underrated.
forward to that. What's that space movie that he's in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's great. So, and then like The Witch. I love The Witch. Okay. So, I'm excited to see what they pull out with this one.
The Child's Play trailer. Did everybody see it? Now, Diego can talk about it.
Yeah,
we can talk about it.
It came release after we did the last episode.
Yeah. We weren't able to talk about the trailer. Right out the gate, I want to say that they do. Mark Hamill does a little piece at the end, and it sounds like he is paying homage to Brad Dourif. He sounds a lot like Chucky. He's not really trying to do something too different, which I'm really digging because I wasn't really expecting that. I was like, oh, because he's just like, oh, Andy, or whatever, like classic. It was pretty classic.
It was, yeah. I liked it. It looks good.
It was fun. It was fun to talk. I would say it looks intriguing to me. I wasn't intrigued by Chucky at all. I like the first one. I like the first Child's Play. But I don't know about all these sequels that they have and shit. And, he got a boost in the 90s and shit. And now there's a complete reboot. And Mark Hamill, working this, I think it's going to be a great movie, man. I feel it. No, Emma's giving me these dirty looks over here.
Okay, no, so, wait.
Side-eye.
No, nothing. Because I didn't watch the trailer. I haven't watched it. But, Wes, you texted me and was like, have you watched it? Have you watched it? And then in person, he's like, have you watched it? I'm like, no, I haven't. I just seen pictures. I'm not really digging it. I'm not really digging the pictures. So then I have not gone to watch the trailer, and I probably won't until I just watch the movie.
I think that might be best, actually. At least you're not hyping yourself up.
Yeah.
But going back to the trailer real quick, I want to say I really like how they're pulling like a Scream 4, where they're pulling this kind of property into where we're at as a society. Society now.
Yeah.
So now Chucky, he has this Bluetooth technology where Diego was telling us the other day, where he can control cars and different things and use them as weapons.
Yeah, because the company that creates him is this huge company, Globotech, that is control of. You can control like thermostats in your house, or they have cars that it's like in part of the trailer. It's like our brand new Globotech car.
If I
yeah, basically it's like pretty.
If I could kind of compare it to something, I'd say it's Chucky meets Small Soldiers.
Yeah,
right, because that was the big thing with that movie.
You get Terminator, dude.
True.
You get even like Skynet.
Like Skynet mixed with a murderous doll.
But yeah,
I mean,
anyway.
that is Terminator.
Yeah.
Also, our boys Cavity Colors, for Alien Day, they pulled the rug out from underneath everyone, and instead of dropping some alien stuff, they're dropping Starship Trooper gear.
Oh shit!
And that's amazing.
Yeah.
Good movie. The only good bug is a dead bug.
So are we getting a new installment then?
Maybe. I know they just last year they released an animated kind of sequel to Starship Troopers with Casper Van Dien and the other chick that was in there. So I don't know. Anything's possible, especially with the nostalgia that's going on right now. But I will be spending all my money on Cavity Colors soon.
Is that this Thursday?
Check them out. Yeah, or
probably
Friday. Friday, Alien Day. Go check it out. Cavity Colors.
Cavity Colors. Sponsored by Cavity Colors.
Shout out to Devin Whitehead and Aaron for doing our sick ass intro.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Would you like to know more?
Cavity Colors.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
All right, James, we'll toss it back to you.
So my first rec, I have two, is The Devil's Advocate.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's Keanu Reeves.
So relevant.
I'm good that way.
Like, do we just both come in and like are just like, oh yeah, let's just talk about Keanu Reeves and then just like recommend Keanu Reeves movies?
Yeah, that's how it works. And Al Pacino, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, she's in that too. Yeah, she's young in that one. But yeah, it's he's like a lawyer, like a small town lawyer that's really good at closing cases and stuff, or getting defendants off of charges, and he kind of gets this opportunity to become a big league defense lawyer, and kind of finds out that the guy he's working for is the devil, and he has a big choice to make kind of towards the end of the movie. It's what was it, like the mid-90s?
Yeah, or early 90s,
Early
right?
90s. Yeah, Devil's Advocate. Check that out. And then my other one is 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Ooh, I haven't seen that in forever, dude.
In honor of the movie that we're doing.
Wow.
right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
And another Elvis-ish movie.
Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah, that has Kurt Russell, Kevin Costner, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and Ice-T. For like 10 minutes. But yeah, definitely check that one out. There's this group of Elvis impersonators that rob a casino.
What's that have on Rotten? I know it's low, right?
I think it's like 30 something. I don't know.
Because I remember that movie getting really not, and I'm not saying that your recommendation's bad. I'm just saying
Dang,
when it came out,
fuck you, James. You don't like Captain Marvel.
it got shit on.
14%.
James, you haven't even watched Captain Marvel.
I know. As I was trying to explain to you. Hold on. Okay, let's get into this really quick.
Do you just not like Brie Larson?
I like Brie Larson. I love her in The Room, whatever it's called.
Watch Captain Marvel.
All I told Wes was, I made an Instagram post that said, should I see Captain Marvel before I see Endgame? Am I gonna miss anything?
AKA, is Captain Marvel really important?
Yeah, no, I mean, is it
Yes or
important
no?
to the timeline? Like,
Yes, it is.
I was asking people. That's what I wanted to know. But then Wes is like, "You're just hating on her, fool." But
I said hating on this movie again.
no, I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not hating on it at all. I just, I don't know. I wasn't.
When you say something like, "Oh, she just doesn't look like a superhero to me,"
no. I
That-
said
No.
that sounds like hating.
I
bro.
said
I don't know. I don't know what planet you live on.
Is this a direct quote? Rewind it. Go back to
Let
the.
me get my text out. I don't remember where it is. I just said it's not like she doesn't look like a hero. I just said I don't get the feeling the portrayal of that character in the trailer didn't get me those superhero vibes where I was like, oh damn,
Superhero vibes.
I just wasn't getting that feeling, you know. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, at least in the trailer, to me, it was like she seems flat. Like her acting seems flat in the trailer.
So it did her portrayal.
In the
get
trailers,
you excited to go see
in
this
the
movie.
2-minute trailers, that's all I'm saying. The
Okay.
2-minute trailers that I saw, I wasn't like, damn, she looks
So
freaking.
tell you, go watch the movie,
Okay.
and then talk to us.
Oh dang, okay. But yeah,
To be continued.
yeah, I'll probably see it anyways. But I was.
Eventually,
I mean, if I'm being honest, I probably will see it after Endgame
right?
because Endgame to me.
So you posted that for no reason at all.
Well,
Right?
I like the majority of the.
Well, maybe he would postpone watching Endgame, right? If you really had to see Captain Marvel. That's what he wanted.
Let's be honest here. He's not postponing it because of spoilers, because the asshole internet's going to ruin the movie if you don't go watch it within the first week.
Yeah.
You have to go watch it.
I'm probably not going to see Endgame though.
I would slap this guy if he didn't go watch it right away, because then it's just like, what are you even doing with your life? That's all your life is, and you're not gonna watch Endgame. Like, that's unacceptable, man.
I'm sorry, I haven't even watched Captain Marvel either.
That's alright.
But because I'm not interested in the MCU,
Okay.
I need for the big story.
See, that I feel like that's a little different because you're like diehard fan.
He's like motorboating everything.
Damn, you're motorboating that
Except-
ass, bro?
Captain Marvel.
Oh my god! No.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
conversation to be continued after you watch
DC,
Captain
bro.
Marvel.
This is making me feel like people think that I'm a hater against women actors, which is not the case. I was super hyped for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, because why? Because she has like no clothes on.
Oh my god, no! Because she looked badass in Batman vs Superman, and I was like, to me, I'm like, damn, she looks like a fucking superhero. Her portrayal of Wonder Woman was.
Okay,
I was like, damn.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm just trying to defend myself. That's all. I feel like I'm being attacked, people. But yeah, I don't know where we're going with this.
I have no idea what you were saying before this.
Weekly rec. That's it. All right. Rant over.
Sorry to cut in.
That's okay.
What was
3,000 Miles to Graceland and Devil's Advocate.
Okay, awesome. Diego.
I actually want to recommend Super Troopers 2.
Oh.
Which is, they actually lived up to the bill and then some. It's a really interesting movie. I didn't think I was going to like this shit, but it turns out to be really good. And I know a lot of, I'm going to get a lot of heat from this, but actually Leaving Neverland. The documentary on Netflix, on fucking HBO. It's a really interesting intake of how I can't necessarily be against the people that were interviewed or were a part of that journey with Michael, and I can't discourage the people that defend Michael, because the only persons that know is Michael and those children that were there. And so, unfortunately, we don't have Michael Jackson here to tell us what happened. But fortunately for us, we have these children. They're now adults and they grew up and didn't say anything. Coming out of that shit, I came to still love Michael Jackson's music, but not necessarily the person.
So being able to separate the art from the
art from the actual person, and that was that's a big learning curve for me, because I do love Michael Jackson. I grew up, my dad, all he listened to when I was growing up was Michael Jackson, the Bee Gees, and Queen. So learning how to distinguish an artist from the actual person, it was definitely a hard one. And I came out hating Michael Jackson in that. But at the same time, it was just a nut. And the same thing is that did he or did he not do it is up to debate for a lot of people. But the fact that these kids experience this and stuff like that, any kid in the world experience stuff like that, it's fucking terrible, dude. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible that we get to we have to hear this shit, and the fact that coming into this, it's like the parents were so welcoming to let Michael sleep with their children in the bedroom with them, which is ridiculous. And also it comes into it makes you question a lot about fame, man, about how sometimes famous people are to us are like demigods and shit, which in reality that should never be accepted like that. They're normal people like us. They have a job to do. They do all this stuff, and I don't think it's fair that that we put them on this pedestal when they're human. They make errors. They bleed. They breathe. They shit. They do everything. They sleep, just like us, bro.